Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar, a beautiful song here from For King and Country, together with Brice. This one is called Checking In. So it's about missing a parent you lost, in this case his dad. So nice song here, and we'll learn this one with the picking patterns you hear in the song. So this is will be just a strict picking song. So we will go into the different grips here, 6 grips or picking patterns, and then put all things together. So let's take a look at this one, and the best scenario here is with a capo set on the 2nd fret. So let's do that to start with, and now let's go over the chords and grips. So I will first do that and then explain how you choose all these chords and make verses and choruses out of it. So we will start with the G, and what you need to hold here is just 3rd fret on the E string, and it goes like this. Okay, it's very simple. So first we have we're gonna use the same principle here when it comes to the patterns. So we have one bass note, in this case the 3rd fret E string. And then you have the top notes. I will call them the top notes there. So they kind of answer the bass note here. So the top notes here for the G will be open D, open G, and open B. So when I say 4 rounds of G, that means you only play ones on the bass. And then you play 4 rounds of the top notes, which are, like I said, open D, open G, and open B. So 4 rounds will be 1 on bass, and then 4 rounds of. Alright, so you don't play 4 times on the bass, you exclude that one, you play that only on the 1st, and then you play 4 rounds of the top notes. That is what we're gonna use here as a principle. So G, 4 rounds will be. All right. The next grip here will be the CG, used to hold the chord as it is. You can actually skip the 3rd fret A string. I hold it there, but that's just because I'm used to that. The CG will be like this if you scale down what you need to hold, really. So you keep that 3rd fret on the E string. That's the reason of CG. That's a G note. And then you do 2nd on D, open G, and 1st B. This will be the CG. So 1 round will be, and if you play 4 rounds, it will be. Again, you just play the top notes there, 2nd D, open G, and 1st B for these 4 rounds. The next chord here will be this version of the D. So you hold it 5th on A, 4th on D, open G, and 3rd B. So 1 round is, and 4 rounds. Right? So that's the D. Then we have the D F. That means you have a D in the bass there, or actually an F sharp in the bass, and it's really a D chord. So the D F will be. That is 2nd on E string, open D, 2nd G, and 3rd B. So 4 rounds. Like that. We'll also have the E minor, and that is like this. I'm used to hold the E minor as it is. You really don't have to this time in this song. You really just have to hold the 2nd on D string if you just strip it down. So that is open E, 2nd D, open G, and open B. So we'll play E minor in this song only for 2 times, I believe. So 2 rounds will be like that. And then we have the final chord here, that's the A minor. So hold the chord as it is, and that will be open A, 2nd D, second G, and first B. That's enough. So one round and 4 rounds like that. So there we have the grips: G, the C G, the D, the D F, E minor, and A minor. Now let's put this together. We have the first play. It goes G, 4 rounds, C G, 4 rounds, D, 4 rounds, and back to G, 4 rounds. So it both starts and ends on G, and you will play this for 2 rounds. All right. So C G4. D4 and back to G4, and you start the next round again on G, and that's the first play. 2 rounds of that. Over now to the chorus parts. So this will be G4, the DF4, then E minor 2, D2, CG3, and D1. That's the first round. We're gonna play 2 rounds of these choruses, all of them. So that's the first round. The second round, you will play exactly the same, but in the end there, you just skip the last D. You will replace that with a pause instead, and that pause marks its end, and you're gonna go into the next part, which means back to the verse here. So one round will be G4, DF4, then comes E minor 2, D2, C, G3, and then back to D1. That's the first round. The second round, you skip the D. I'm gonna play it for you without speaking. It goes. And there on the pause, that's where it sings, "Hey Dad, it's me checking in." So that pause ends the chorus play. That is 1 round out of it. The second round, you play the second verse in the same way as the first one, and the same goes with the second chorus. After the second chorus now comes a post-chorus part. It's about 1 minute and 55 seconds into the song. This is now where you need the A minor. So the A minor, you're gonna play 2 rounds, then G 2 rounds, and the DF 4 rounds. Okay? So you're gonna play that, A minor. All right. Then you're gonna go back into the third chorus. Okay, so you're gonna play the third chorus in the same way as you play the previous choruses, but then you need to also add extra part to it. So that will be A minor 2, which means you play the chorus like you did in the two previous rounds. For 2 rounds, you play the chord progression, and then you add A minor 2, G2, and C G2. All right, and then after that, you play the G4 and the CG4. You play that for 2 times, so G4, CG4, G4, and CG4. So. And that is middle play between the chorus and the outro part. So just to summarize this last part here, you play the third chorus as it is, as in the previous choruses, for 2 rounds, and then you added the A minor 2, the G2, and CG2, and then you go over and play G4, CG4, G4, and CG4. All right. That is the ending there, and then you just fill it out with the outro there, and the outro will be G3, CG3, D1, CG1, and 1 down on G. And that is how this beautiful song here from For King and Country and Lee Brice checking in ends. So yeah, a lot of pickings there. It's a great way to actually practice that. It's not too hard, just for you to get used to pick your notes here from grips or chords is very valuable and to do, and to combine that later on with some strumming will make you a complete guitarist, or at least a start in your journey. So give it a try, guys. A nice guitar song. So hope you enjoyed it, and if you like this tutorial, please support me on Gardening Guitar. A comment, a like or so would be highly appreciated. So thank you, and play tuned.